Another victory. Victory Brewing Company. Winter Cheers. 6.7% alcohol. Again, Victory Brewing Company out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania. This is a luscious notes of fruit and spice wheat ale. Let's give it a shot. It's a wheat ale. You get that right off the bat. There is a slight, as the description says, fruitiness about it, but it's almost intertwined with the spices where it's almost like a hop beer flavor without the hoppiness. I know that sounds kind of off the wall, but that's almost exactly, if you drink a hoppy beer, you know what I'm talking about, because you taste the hops, but immediately get hit with that punch in the mouth and that bite and that bitterness. This is a wheat ale. It's almost like a hop flavored wheat ale. I don't know if that's what they were intending. I don't know if that's the spices and the fruit kind of mixing together. I like it. And when I took a sip of this, I was trying to taste the fruit. I was trying to taste the spices, but I just got this blended hop flavor, but without that over-exaggerated bite that you get at the end of it. Now, it's still an ale. It's a wheat ale, so it kind of tones it back a little bit. But this is a nice beer. For a winter beer, I'm surprised that they went with something like this for a winter beer. There's plenty of other options out on the market. Maybe they were just trying to be different. Maybe they were trying to go against the grain a little bit. But for a winter beer, I don't really see this as a winter. It's titled Winter Cheers, but I'm not getting a whole lot of wintry out of it. I'm getting more of maybe like a spring, like a cold snap kind of thing, like that Sam Adams does. There's something almost hoppy, kind of juicy, kind of fruity subtleness about those beers, but like kind of awaken the taste buds from spring, from the heavy porters or the stouts that you would typically drink over the winter months. This isn't overly spicy. It's not overly fruity. Again, you just get this kind of hop flavor. And when I say that, I don't want to scare anybody away from this beer. It's just this. It's actually kind of nice. It's not overpowering. It's there. I wouldn't say it's subtle. It's there, but it's not going to drown out the rest of the beer and take away from the ale flavoring. But again, I wouldn't consider this a winter beer. My drinkability on this, I could see two of these. Two of these would be okay. I just feel like Victory has other beers that they brew that are better options if you were going to go towards Victory, or if you wanted to go for, again, a spring beer. There are other spring beers that would be better. And if you're going for winter, there are plenty of other winter beers that are good. This one, it is a wheat ale, so I give it credit that it is good in that aspect. It's not bitter. It's not overly exaggerated on the ale side, but you're not going to get the same amount of smooth blendness that you would get from example of like a Blue Moon. I would say that this is more of like a spring beer, maybe early summer. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give this a 6, only because I was expecting more of winter spice, and I got more of, again, like that Sam Adams cold snap out of it. It's by no means is this a bad beer, and by no means do I want to steer anybody away from this beer. If you're into Victory, I just reviewed their Twisted Monkey, which I was an extremely large new fan of. But this is a good beer. There's nothing wrong with this beer. But don't let the label deceive you. If you're looking for a winter beer and you open this up and you're disappointed, let this be the warning that this is not your typical winter spiced chocolate, toffee, coffee, hazelnutty, vanilla-y porter or stout. This is an ale. It's a wheat ale. It's slightly fruity and juicy, and very, very limited on the spices. But it's not a bad beer. So again, Victory Winter Cheers, Victory Brewing Company out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, 6.7% alcohol. Hey guys, if you like that, why don't you head on over to my YouTube channel where I do more beer reviews, where I do all the drinking and you do all the listening and judging. I don't know how that's fair, but you're welcome.